there. Those are so, I love the, dude, these are just so gnarly. Excuse me. Some type of memorial here. The tract of land on which this tablet has been erected, together with 4 other tracts of land, all within the heart of the giant forest, was purchased from private owners with funds subscribed by the National Geographic Society, together with an appropriation by the Congress of the United States. These areas were deeded to the United States on December 30th, 1916, for the benefit of and to serve the people of the nation. Cool. Love the smell of the forest. Excuse me. Another big boy. Holy crap. Oh, these ones are gnarly here where it's like 2 of them. I guess it is, right? Yeah, there's 2 different canopies, but they almost look like they're one. It almost looks like they basically started as one, then split. It's weird. But that appearance just makes them just look massive. Massive, dude. This thing probably would be the size of an RV. No joke. A good size RV. I wish there was one that could park right next to it just so you could see it for comparison. Holy crap. That is crazy huge. All right, well. Looks like we're kind of starting to loop out of the massive forest. Or giant forest, excuse me. Massive forest. Excuse me. Alright, I will say this. They've got a lot of restroom facilities around this park, which is great. Got some big ones right there. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it talks about. A giant footprint. So this was kind of that. I said it was 1 or 2 trees. Let's read about it. The stones in the pavement behind you simulate the footprint of Ed by Ned, the twin sequoia trees growing in front of you. The footprint gives an idea of the area on which mature sequoia trees stand. If it seems large, consider the enormous size of the trees balanced upon their spot. Ed by Ned. The nickname given by John and James Jordan in 1906 are 2 individual trees that grew so close together their bases joined. Ah, that makes sense. So, Ed by Ned. So they're twin trees. Nickname given by John and James Jordan. Sounds like they're brothers. In 1906, there are 2 individual trees that grew so close together their bases joined. Well, there you go. That's the explanation. The combined bases of Ed by Ned spread 34 feet long and 25 feet wide, a great size for a swimming pool. I told you it was huge. All right, so basically, they constructed this footprint with these bricks to give you an idea of how big the base of those 2 trees are. So basically, the size of a small swimming pool. Honestly, this is probably bigger than the pool we have at home. That's insane, dude. Cool. Well, I'm glad that we found the story or the backstory behind those 2 trees. Ed by Ned. All right, now I'm carrying a bag with souvenirs, so I got to keep reminding myself to do a bag check every time we move. Oh, wow, yeah, now we're getting really close up to some of those big ones that were down here. Yeah. These are massive. Holy crap. Oh, wow. Where did I park? Alright, so the parking lot's back over here, I think. Yeah. Alright, we're kind of making our way back towards the parking lot. Excellent. Oh man, he's got just some massive bases. That one's cool. That's a big one here. Let's go over here and see this one. What's the name? This one's got a name to it. Some have names, some don't. I don't know how that worked out. So this is the, here we go, the Clara Barton tree. So we saw this in the museum mapped out. So nice to meet you, Clara Barton tree. This one's actually pretty cool. I like the holes in it. Actually, you know what? This one looks cool. I wonder how this one would look with the Polaroid. Let me take one of the Polaroid. I don't have too many of trees of the Polaroid. This one actually looks like it'd be cool. I like the sun. Give me just 1 second, guys. Pause you here. All right, thank you guys for your patience. I'm gonna just take a Polaroid, and that was my last shot on that roll of film, so I had to switch out. That way I'm ready to go. If I see some, well, actually, I want one more Polaroid, which is just the general Sherman, man, with the sign and the base of the tree. Now, I did get some practice with this one, which I was able to get really close to, and it came out really good so far. I'll show you guys here in a second. It's still developing, but I'm really stoked about it. Look, it came out. I figured it was gonna, with the light, it would give it a really cool look with the vintage look to it. This trip's been a very, very cool learning experience with both, my smartphone taking pictures, which, that's pretty much auto done, auto focus, auto everything. But with the Polaroid, that's all manual, man. You get one opportunity, one shot. They're expensive, about $1.25 each Polaroid, depending on the price. Maybe you can get them right around $1 if you're lucky. So you don't want to waste them. And, you got to set it up right. So I've been getting a lot better, learning how to, and then the light, with the Polaroid and the way the vintage shot goes and the way they develop, the light can really screw with it. A lot of light doesn't look good, but too less light doesn't look good. It still has a flash, but, it's not going to be the greatest for a distance shot at night. So if you want a distance shot, basically means all you're trying to do is capture the lights, like the Venice Beach shot, which came out perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So, and in that one I was kind of lucky, but I've learned, now I know how the camera works. But anyways, I'll shut up. Let's enjoy this nature. Think there's any fishies? It's definitely some nice clean water, man. I'll drink that shit any day. If I had to. Now I got some water right now, so we don't have to, but whoa, what is that? Is that some fool's gold or is that some real gold, man? Looks like pyrite from here. Probably is. So that's all that winter snow melt coming down from the hills. What a pretty little place to take a hike. Not too long, not too difficult. You know, family can do it, kids can do it. Old people can do it for the most part. Museum. Okay, hold on. Which this take us to? Sunset Rock, to Big Trees Trail. Okay, I guess we'll head towards the museum. That's where our parking lot is at. Man, this is cool. This is starting to get pretty gnarly going down this way. Starting to look more like a Jurassic Park setting. All right, let's cross this footbridge here. Make our way back over, hopefully, the museum parking lot. Let me just give you a shot right here. This is cool. I don't know. I almost want a Polaroid of this. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a Polaroid.